First of all, I apologize for the terrible lighting in this room. Um, but I wanted to talk about the Week 3 NFL Power Rankings across multiple sites. And specifically, what I wanted to talk about was the Patriots being ranked higher than the Buffalo Bills. Now, I'm from Rochester, which obviously makes me a biased fan. But here's the way I look at it. When your team throws 4 interceptions against what is considered a bad defense, that's a bad day. Um, when your team loses against another team, that makes the other team better than you. Um, Looking back at this game between the Bills and the Patriots, there was no luck going on. Um, the Patriots didn't mess up a bunch of times, and the Buffalo Bills got lucky. No, it was good play by the Buffalo Bills defense. A lot of people like to say that Tom Brady threw 2 bad interceptions, and basically the Bills were lucky to pick off the other 2. Well, that's what football is all about. It's about being in the correct position and taking advantage of situations. If the ball bounces out of the hands of what should have been a good catch, well, then you put yourself into position to catch that bounce ball and intercept it. And that's exactly what the Buffalo Bills did 2 times, and 2 other times they just put themselves into a much better position to pick off the what was a bad throw. And so you rank a 2-1 team below a 3-0 team, and it's not just the Buffalo Bills and the Patriots in this situation. It's other teams where you have teams that are 2-1 somehow ranking above teams that are 3-0, and in more cases than I care to get into, the 3-0 teams are vastly superior through week 3 than the 2-1 teams, and the records speak for themselves. When you score 113 points through 3 weeks of football, that's a lot of points. It doesn't matter if you're playing the Detroit Lions of 2 years ago and the Kansas City Chiefs and the Browns of 2 years ago. It's still 113 points. It's the way that you play football. It's the way that you decide to go out there and deal with the situations. You can easily have a team like the Super Bowl Patriots of various years go against a team like the Browns, and the score could be 14-0. That's not because that's not necessarily because the Browns are a good team and held themselves to not being scored on more than 14 points. And obviously, this is not the mindset of the Patriots, so it's a bad example. But it would be because the Patriots decided, not to load it on to the Browns. In the opposite case, the Bills are deciding to load it on to these teams, and it's very situational where you have the Bills going against the Oakland Raiders, and they're down 21-3 going into the second half, and against the Patriots with a down 21 points to 0 going into the second half, and they're still able to come back and deliver. And I think that a lot of people would agree that what you do when you're down says a lot more about what you do when you jump off to a fast start. And the Bills have made it very clear that they can both jump off to a fast start using the Kansas City Week 1 game as an example, and that they are not going to be out of the game because they're down by 21 points in the second half, as illustrated by the games against the Oakland Raiders and the Patriots in weeks 2 and 3. So I don't even know what else I can possibly say about this. The Bills, both on paper and through play, are a better team than the Patriots. So I do not know, and I'm not saying that the Bills should be higher than, I think the highest ranking on a mainstream site that I saw was 6 for the Buffalo Bills. I'm not saying that they should be 5, 4, 3, or 2, or what have you. I'm saying that the Patriots should be no higher than 7 on any of these lists. The Patriots lost against a good team. The Patriots are a good team, but they're not better than the Bills.